if Zuma's house catches fire and there's water next to his pool, do you not think that water will help to quench the fire?
Definitely.
It will.
It will.
So it does qualify as a fire pool.
In defense of our president, we went to Parliament and opened an ad hoc committee and said a swimming pool is a fire pool.
Another quick one. So this is important because it was said by Fikile Mbalula. I'm making this video on the specifics of what a fire pool is, and I've only taken out the fire pool based on what the huge Nkandla matter was. For those who are young, the fire pool is a swimming pool built for Jacob Zuma that was finally declared to be a non-security feature because it was a building that was supposed to contain the Jacob Zuma's homestead. It called Nkandla. So I'm one of those who believed then and who still believe now that besides all intents and purposes, the fire pool actually made sense. And well, I agree with you. Maybe when it was built, it wasn't thought of, and South Africa was baffled because there was nothing like that in the world. We never knew anything about a fire pool. And I'm saying, when I say we, I include the majority of us. I still insist the explanations that were given made sense, and to me, they still make sense today. The problem is when the media floods you with something, they make it not make sense. So a lot of people went there, but top of the list, and so the media made it very laughable. Number one, Ntleko, Nathi Ntleko, is, I think, yeah, that should be Nathi Ntleko, the police minister then, because what the ANC, the ANC is so disingenuous with what they're saying. So initially Pierre, who was the commissioner for the police, she said that thing is called a fire pool. And when they were caught napping, the ANC itself said Pierre must be taken to task because she must account why she misled them into saying that thing's a fire pool. But being that as it may, there was a report that was conducted, and this is a beautiful report. It has 4 points, and this is what I appreciate about it. So South African police security, they made a study, and they found that firefighting equipment will not need to let me read this again. Firefighting equipment would need to be placed on site in case of a fire. So that is all the equipment that would be needed in case of the fire. So Nkandla is a very rural place, and they needed to protect the president. And the firefighters, that is, their experts tested the water pressure and found that an open water source is best for firefighting, and nothing could be better than a pool or a dam. That is the assessment from firefighting experts. And like I said, you don't have to trust this, but because they were playing politics. A test was done in February. The local fire brigade took 1 hour and 10 minutes to arrive. A suction from the pool worked better than the hydrants. We did not have sufficient water pressure. So there was the problem with pressure in that area because it's a rural place, and chances are maybe they are using boreholes and stuff. This is, I say, chances. The water supply to Nkandla is erratic, has low pressure, and often runs out. We're talking about South Africa #1. All these things, they were done to protect Jacob Zuma. Forget the politics. Forget the fact that Minentle lost. Well, I don't know. He lost in that thing because he was scandalized by the media, and he did not get. Minentle is the architect who built Nkandla and the feature. In fact, let's talk about the fire pool price. It was estimated at 4 million, and the media went overboard with what it was. But with the 4 points that I gave you and the price that I gave you and they compared the prices of what you can get with that. To me, I want to tell you that it doesn't make any sense. And I don't care what the ANC says. Fikile Mbalula is being disingenuous, and Fikile Mbalula is, look, man, for whatever it is. These people should have challenged this, but because they played politics, none of them challenged it. I think the fire pool is a brilliant idea. I know me, because then I believed in it, and even now I still believe in the fire pool. And I know a lot of people who have since made a pool in their home as a security feature, and we did not know by then. So with that, I want to regard Jacob Zuma as a visionary, or the people who built that architecture, because I'm being honest with you, I still find, besides the money and besides the politics, the fire pool, by all intents and purposes, would have worked in case of a fire. And I've not seen anyone disputing this, because with all the fact that, technically speaking, the fire pool would have saved the Nkandla household, the Nkandla homestead, in an instance where fire wouldn't engulf the family home. Thank you, that's it. But let's listen to the other videos in connection with it.
Saying that within the ANC you need to be disciplined and follow the procedures. You remember under President Zuma, there were recommendations that said this is not a fire pool. A fire pool. This is a swimming pool.
Yes.
Now he constituted a group of individuals to look.
Yes.
You know, the report came back in his favor.
Yes.
Hence, at some point they said, no, the report is back and it says that is a fire pool.
Yes.
Similar thing is happening under President Cyril Ramaphosa. There's a commission that says, it's within the ANC, that says, no, there's nothing wrong here, star. There's a report that comes from the public protector that says, no, we haven't found him wanting, all these things.
Yes.
So indeed, my personal view wouldn't matter, Mr. Mashani, because if there's a structure of ANC that oversee anything within the party, and it says to you, Mr. Mashani, you are clean. Indeed, you are clean.
On a lighter note, if Zuma's house catches fire and there's water next to his pool, do you not think that water will help to quench the fire?
Definitely.
It will.
It will.
So it does qualify as a fire pool.
It does.
but
at some point, you know what they do?
Yeah.
They will say, let's look what is a fire pool. Is it a fire pool?
Yes.
Was it built in a way that it didn't suit the fire pool? So yeah, that's some of the things, but that's the bad part.
No, thanks for coming, my brother.
In defense of our president, we went to parliament and opened an ad hoc committee and said a swimming pool is a fire pool. Yabona swimming pool leyo data. Sayichincha sathi fire pool. Uminister of police ebile qhophe engaselanga tywala. Ubona ukuthi lento bubxoki kunzima uexplain ubxoki kaloku. People have lost their careers because of that thing. Yaye constitutional court. Yathi si vote in two weeks time. Wabuya umkhweng get judgment enjani. Wabetha upresident wethu wathi he's not fit for office. Samnyamezela. And lonto ayichuwanga ndim ukuthi he's not fit for office. Yayibhalwe phansi. He court judgment. Ilachomi yakhe umkhweng ndiyambona ichomi ngoku. Bajayiva bobabini andimbazi. But umkhweng wakhupha ijudgment wabasa Msholozi samnyamezela. Namhlanje uthi akakwazi unyamezela upresident wethu ongazange wabethwa ijudgment.